All right, let's move into what's coming at us. And like I said, it's coming fast. So assembly picture, this, you'll notice this is not SOLIDWORKS. I'm going to talk a little bit about SOLIDWORKS X design. And the reason why is because we can iterate ourselves much faster in the cloud. So you're going to see functionality up in the cloud sometimes before it comes down to the desktop SOLIDWORKS. So this could come to desktop SOLIDWORKS. Just can't guarantee when. But it's going to first appear here. X design, if you've never heard of it, is really, it is under the SOLIDWORKS umbrella. It's just our browser-based design tool. So, again, what's nice about it is you can be on a Mac, you can be on any browser, use SOLIDWORKS. SOLIDWORKS X design. So this one is where we're looking at a sketch. So SOLIDWORKS has a sketcher, right, where we can create a sketch on top of an image. So it's going to go ahead and do this, but it's now understanding assembly. So it can actually see that, create sketch blocks, fully defined, with relations, with dimensions, and so you can try motion before you get too far, right, down that design path. And then when you're ready, break it out from the sketch blocks to actual parts, and then continue on to 3D modeling. So how about drawing from parametric model? Again, there's a lot of legacy data. There could be DWG source cases. Yes. What if you had a PDF and you just say, hey, open up this PDF, and by the way, I want a 3D model of it. So again, the AI kicks in, it recognizes the views, it comes up with an interface just to confirm. I see these as views. These are the values I see for the dimensions. Am I correct? So it breaks them out, and then go ahead and say, turn this into a model. And it's going to add the features for that. And so now we've gone from that old PDF to a 3D model. Just a couple. The other reason why I bring up these tools, again, it's broadening, because now if you open that door with cloud services to the platform, there are a lot of tools out there that you could be taking advantage of. This is one of them. And the reason why I'm going to talk about it is because with Aura, I'm going to fill knowledge gaps with this tool. So what you're seeing here is X Generative Designer. It's very, very good at creating very, very complex designs, very, very complex patterns, and it's a very algorithmic approach. So with that, the X Generative Designer can leverage Python scripts. I don't know anything about programming. I don't know how to write a Python script. But if I can go to Aura and say, hey, Aura, I need a Python script to do this, and literally just put it from my conversation into the tool, that's going to be a huge opportunity for me to leverage this tool better. Then as you can see, once I tweak it a little bit, we'll add a couple of variables, and then this is running off of an image, so I insert an image, but you can see a little bit of the structure here, this algorithmic approach to the pattern. And this is not doing it justice, this panel going from this slat shape to a slightly more complex organic shape like that. But this can get very, very, again, check out, do a search on Generative Designer. There's really cool stuff you can do. So again, up at the platform, we're really trying to, again, break down these or blur the lines between virtual and real world. So think about assemblies, right? How would you do that in the real world? You go and grab some parts you had on hand. You'd probably go out to the store and purchase other components. You can do that through our marketing, our network online. So here we're going and comparing different saw blades. Here's the one I want. You're going to insert, again, think about what you would do that in real world. You bring it onto your work table and you start to assemble it. Well, we're kind of doing the same thing here. We're just going to gather them all. We're going to gather those all together and then just say, hey, you put it together. Well, it didn't know what this part was. So it comes up and says, hey, can you help me out here? And so it's just saying, where are the connecting points, where are the tolerances? I know the rest from previous designs on the other ones, so it knows how to put those all together. And if it can do that, then why not have it run it through its paces and look for any interferences through motion? So just ask it, right? Just have that conversation. So again, this is up in our browser-based tools still, not in desktop SOLIDWORKS yet.